Good day everyone, my name is Maria Erica Medre. Today, I will discuss to you the summary of College Algebra Math 101 in Module 5 to 10. So first, I will discuss the Module 5 entitled Use a General Strategy to Solve Linear. I learned solving linear equation using general strategy to classify equations and solve equations with fraction or decimal coefficients. I also learned that solving linear equation is like discovering the answer to a puzzle because there is a missing pieces. You can find the value or the values of the variable that make it a true statement. And I learned how to determine whether a number is a solution to an equation. For example is 2/3 open parenthesis 6m minus 3 close parenthesis equal 8 minus n. So the solution is the 2/3 open parenthesis 6m minus 3 close parenthesis equal 8 minus n. So you need to distribute you're going to divide 3 and 6. So the answer is 2. And then you need to times 2 times 2 equal to 4. And then 4m minus 2 equal 8 minus m. Add to get the variables only to the left. 4m plus m minus 2 equals 8 minus m plus m. And you need to simplify. It will be 5m minus 2 equal 8. And add to get constant only on the right side. 5m minus 2 plus 2 equals 8 plus 2. So, you need to simplify again. It will be 5m equal 10. Divided by 5, both sides. So, it will be m is equal to 2. So, check if it is the m is equal to 2. Then, you need to substitute the number 2 to letter m. So, 2/3 open parenthesis 6 times 2 which is the m minus 3 equal 8 minus 2. So, 2/3 open parenthesis 6 times 2 is equal to 12 and minus 3 equal 6. Why 6? Because 8 minus 2 is equal to 6. Then, 2/3 times 9 is equal to 6. You're going to divide 3 and 9. 3 divided by 9 is equal to 3. And 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So, the m equal to is the correct answer. So, there is a lot of example here. You can solve it by your own. Then, go to Module 6, titled Solve Linear Inequalities. I learned how to simplify both sides. Get all the terms with the variable on one side and the numbers on the other side. And then multiply or divide both sides by the coefficient of the variable to get the solution. I also learned that linear inequality contains one of the symbols of inequality. It shows the data which is not equal in graph form. For example, how to solve and graph linear inequalities. Solve and graph the solution of the inequalities. 5x minus 17 is greater than negative 2. Add 17 on both sides to keep the variables on the left side and the constant on the right side. So, it will be 5x minus 17 plus 17 is greater than negative 2 plus 17. The inequality is reduced to this after simplifying. So, it will be 5x greater than 15. You're going to divide both sides to the equality of the coefficient of x. So, divide both sides by 5 since 5x. So, the final answer is x is greater than 3. Use an open hole to indicate that 3 is not part of the solution. 33 is not part of the solution. The solution to the inequality is x is greater than 3x greater than 3. Includes all variables to the right of 33 but excluding 33 itself. Do you see now why all numbers greater than 33 are solution? So this is the graph. No, I will show you the graph. So you can see that x is greater than 3. There's another example here, so you can solve it. The next is the module 7. Solve compound inequalities. I have learned to find the solution of the compound inequality and to look the graphs of each inequality. I also learned to find the numbers that belong to either graph and put all those numbers together. First, separate it into two inequalities. Determine whether the answer should be a union of sets or an intersection of sets, and then solve both inequalities and graph. For example, solve the compound inequality with end. Solve 3 open parenthesis 2x plus 5 is equal and less than 18, and 2 open parenthesis x minus 7 close parenthesis is less than negative 6. So you need to graph the solution and write the solution in interval notation. Solve each inequality. First, 3 open parenthesis 2x plus 5 close parenthesis is less than equal 18. So you need to solve. 3 times 2 is equal to 6x, and then 3 times 5 is equal to 15, and less than equal 18. Next, you need to 6x is equal to less than positive 3y, because 18 minus 15 is positive 3. So you're going to divide. So you need to solve inequality. So the answer is 6x is less than equal 1/2. The other side, 2 times x minus 7 is less than negative 6. So 2 times x is equal to 2x minus 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. Less than negative 6. So 2x is less than 8. Why 8? Because negative 6 plus 14 is positive 8. And then x is less than 4. And then graph each solution. So you need to graph the x is 1/2. And then you need to graph also the you need to graph x is less than equal 1/2, and then x is less than 4. Then graph the numbers that makes both inequalities true. So write the solution interval notation. So yan, you can see negative what you call that, infinity, and then 12. That's the answer. So there's a lot of example here, and you can solve it. Next is the module 8, entitled Solve Absolute Value Equations and Absolute Value Inequalities with Less. I learned that absolute value of a number is a distance from 0 on the number line, and absolute values are always greater than equal to 0. I learned how to solve the solve absolute value equation, which you need to isolate the absolute value expression. Write the equivalent equation, solve each equation, and check its solution. Now, I also learn how to solve absolute value inequalities, which you also need to isolate the absolute value expression, write the equivalent compound inequality, solve the compound inequality, and graph the solution, and write the solution using interval notation. So here is the sample problem about absolute value equation. So example number 1, 2, then x minus 7 plus 5 is equal to 9. So isolate the value expression. It will be 2x minus 7 equal 9, and x minus 7 is equal to 5. Write the equivalent equation. X minus 7 is equal to negative 2, or x minus 7 is equal to positive 2. So solve each equation. It will be x is equal to 5 or x is equal to 9. To check, 2, and then x minus 7 plus 5 is equal to 9. So 2, then absolute value 5 minus 7 plus 5 is equal to 9. It will be 4. The absolute value of negative 2 plus 5 equal 9. So you will change. It will be 2 times 2 plus 5 is equal to 9, and then 4 plus 5 is equal to 9, and then the correct answer is both 9 is equal to 9. The other side, 2 absolute value of x minus 7 plus 5 is equal to 9. So 2, then x, substitute the number 2, substitute the number 9 rather, and then minus 7 is equal to 5 plus 5 is equal to 9. So 2 times the absolute value of 2 plus 5 is equal to 9, and then 2 times 2 is equal to 4, and then add 5 equal to 9. So 4 plus 5 is equal to 9 is equal to 9. So the answer is 9 is equal to 9. So the x plus 5 or x plus 9 is the right answer. There's a lot of, again, example here. You can solve it. For the module 9, titled Solve Absolute Value Equations Greater Than. Again, absolute value of a number is a distance from 0 on the number line, and absolute values are always greater than equal to 0. I learned how to solve the absolute value inequalities with OR and absolute value inequalities in terms of manufacturing process. For example, absolute value of x is greater than 3. So it can be written as x is less than negative 3 or x is greater than 3. You can see the graph on the screen. Then as an interval, it can be written as negative infinity and negative 3, or positive 3 and infinity. There's a lot of example here on how you're going to solve another example. Then for the last module is the module 10, entitled Graph Linear Equations in Two Variables. So I learned that it's like a maps. Use a grid system to identify locations. A grid system is used in algebra to show a relationship between two variables in a rectangle. Coordinate system is also called the XY plane or the coordinate plane. The rectangular coordinate system is formed by two intersecting number lines, one horizontal and one vertical. So the horizontal is like that, and the vertical is like that. So the horizontal number line is called the x-axis, and the vertical number line is called the y-axis. I have sample problems here. So for example, use graph of y is equal 3x minus 1 to decide whether each order pair is first a solution to the equation on the number line. So the 3 will be the x and the negative 1 will be the y. Then for number 2, negative 1 will be the x and then negative 4 will be the y. So look at the graph. So find the in x-axis the positive 3. 1, 2, 3. So you find number 3. And then on y-axis, find the negative 1. So you can find the negative 1 and you can put a dot. Then next is in x-axis, find the negative 1. Negative 1. And then on y-axis, find the negative 4. You can put a dot again, and then you draw a line of vertical. Yeah, I have here a lot of examples, so you can also answer it. So that's my short discussion about the summary of college algebra in Math 101 in module 5 to 10. Thank you for watching. Bye.